Grab your quarters, because we're going to Aldi.
It's another food haul.
This one's a Aldi.
Hey everybody, this is Dillon.
This is Reeves.
We are back for another food haul. This time it was Aldi, one of Reeves' nostalgic favorites.
It was really exciting to see an Aldi in Phoenix.
Why?
Because I felt like I was home. Except it's not -5 here.
No, it's quite lovely here. Today is a beautiful day in Phoenix, and we have a small food haul.
It is a small food haul. Well, the thing is, we do these food hauls so often and we buy so much stuff for the cooking show that we really didn't need a whole lot of stuff.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your Aldi experience?
You do have to bring a quarter with you because you put that in the cart and then that releases the cart for you to use, and then you have to return the cart for that quarter. So that's how they keep the parking lot clean. And it's so funny to see this brand new Aldi in Phoenix because so many people like walked up to the cart and they're like, I don't know.
Yeah, there was some confusion around how to get, because I haven't seen those quarter things in a long time. I don't even know what stores they were, but as a kid I remember the shopping carts with the quarters.
Oh, they had them?
Yeah.
I saw someone return the cart and not get the quarter, and then I was kind of like scoping out to see if I could get the quarter. What's wrong with me? Why didn't I tell that lady she could get her quarter back?
So it's a brand new Aldi, so it was very nice. Reeves made it sound like it was even nicer than the ones back home.
Ones back home, you walk in and you walk into like all the junk food, and then you get to the cereal, and the produce is kind of in the middle. This one you walked into the produce,
which
so
was
that
great.
was kind of refreshing.
Except that it's a tiny produce section and everything is packaged up. Like to get poblano peppers, it's saran wrapped and put on one of these things, and it's like, why?
Aldi is the place where you go to get super cheap food. Whatever is out is available.
We needed fresh dill, they didn't have that. We didn't notice if they had fresh cilantro or not. That would be weird if they didn't, but I did not see where it would be.
If you want to go to a store and you're not really picky about what you're gonna get and you're not super picky about the salt-free stuff, I think Aldi's great because their produce, the potatoes, the rice, the canned stuff is really, really cheap. I used to shop there when it was just me by myself and I was broke, so it was perfect, and I didn't care that stuff had a little more added salt.
However, I do care, and the only canned thing we could find with no salt was tomato paste. But they didn't have any options for no salt added canned tomatoes or beans, which is a disqualifying thing for me. We're making some chips because we're gonna enjoy some Aldi salsas, some salties.
Some salties.
Wow, that one landed, thank you. So tomato paste was our first item. We did get a couple of poblano peppers because again, for the falafel video that we're gonna film soon, we needed a couple of mild green chilies. The only green chili they had that was mild other than bell pepper was a poblano pepper.
I love the spinach and the sweet butter salad. They had a 10-pound bag of russet potatoes for $2.49.
They did have the bulk onions out. The bananas were cheap, you say?
Yeah, the banana, I think they were like 19 cents a pound.
What? That's really cheap. Normally they're like 50 cents a pound. Do you know how much the avocados were?
39 cents, but
That's pretty good.
well, that's the thing, like back home, a cheap price for avocados is like $1.25, but I see them here for like 4 for $1 all over.
Food City always has them cheap. A few cucumbers, also for our falafel, we're gonna make a little tzatziki.
Tzatziki.
Some limes, how much were the limes?
25 cents.
A few cherry tomatoes, no big deal, nothing special. These I wanna try right now without further ado.
Oh, okay.
Reeves got some seaweed crisps. I saw these and I didn't even bother picking them up to see if they were gonna be compliant because I figured they had oil. And they don't. White sesame seeds, nori, almonds, they do have added salt. You wanna try them?
Yeah, I wanna try them.
These are good.
Are they?
And the salt's not actually too bad. In this whole bag, there's only 240 milligrams of sodium.
There's like,
It's not terrible.
there's something sweet about them that I don't like.
There is something sweet about them. You know, they had some tortillas. We got some tortillas we threw in the oven that we probably need to take out here pretty quick because we wanted to try some of their salsas. They had some really simple fire roasted green and red salsas that looked good, so let's
These were
try
like
those
in the
out.
fresh section. And then I also bought, I used to buy these all the time. These are like $1 something for this big honking thing. And I've got a little
This
of
is kind of like your paste picante type of salsa,
definitely.
not your fresh, tasty stuff.
I even bought some guacamole.
Oh, here's another salsa. And a guac. Wow, we're gonna have a little feast. Oh, packaged guac. This guac has avocados, tomatoes, onions, lime, jalapenos, a little bit of salt, pretty clean, garlic, cilantro. Pretty good, pretty good.
I also bought this So Hot mix.
What is that? Like a...
It's like pickled vegetables.
We got some fire roasted red salsa. This is really just fire roasted tomatoes and jalapenos and salt. And the green one is just tomatillos and jalapenos pretty much. The guac looks pretty processy, not like fresh guac, you know.
It's definitely pretty processed, but
it's pretty tasty though.
It's tasty, yeah.
The flavor's good. I don't like them so creamy.
So smooth.
I like them chunkier.
We had an Aldi guacamole in a tub too, and I wonder if that would have had any chunk to it, or if it would have been just as smooth.
No, this one's probably gross. I like the paste for like breakfasty foods. It's kind of like a breakfast salsa. I don't know why I think I associated that way just because of nostalgia.
It's like really yellow.
I think they put a little color in it. Cauliflower, water, carrots, cucumber, chilito peppers, vinegar, salt, sodium benzoate, yellow number 5. So it does have the yellow number 5 in there, not great. Why couldn't they just do it without that? But it tastes good.
Are we filming a haul, or are we just having a snack? Here's some more canned stuff you bought.
These are really salty too. I like to use the chipotles in the adobo sauce once in a while, and the canned green chilies once in a while. We use them in really small amounts when we're doing some Latin stuff. It's pretty rare. It's nice to have on hand.
We found some of this gluten-free pasta.
This looked pretty good. This was very cheap too. This was less than $2 a pound. And this was gluten-free, organic, brown rice, and quinoa. Aldi has like a million brands, but they're all secretly Aldi brands.
Yeah, the knockoffs are pretty funny.
They are humorous. I don't even know how they get away with some of them. Remember that fake Aldi Pringles? On the tube, it had the good dude with the mustache too.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you get away with that? So have you had this gluten-free pasta before?
I probably have.
This was very cheap.
I like the spirals too because it holds more sauce.
And it makes for a good pasta salad.
Yeah, the pasta salad we do with the well-rolled Italian dressing. Ew, we saw some salad dressing there that had separated in the bottle. More than like half of it was oil, and it was pretty gross.
Welcome to Earth, Reebs. That's every salad dressing in the store for your whole life.
We did pick up some whole wheat pita shells for our falafel video.
This looks like the same brand we buy elsewhere. I don't think this is an Aldi brand.
Is it, or did they do
I mean, it could be a knockoff, but this is pretty clean
Aldi.
stuff. Oh, it is an Aldi brand. Wow, it looks just like the other whole wheat pita bread bag.
Yeah.
That's crooked.
You picked up some Topo Chicos.
They had a Topo Chico 4-pack. I don't remember what the price was, but I'm sure it was a good price.
Cheers.
I love sparkling water. I never used to like sparkling water before I changed to eating healthy.
Have you ever gone to one of those restaurants where they're like, sparkling or still? Okay, so I was trying to find like the healthiest thing I could, which seemed to be this unsweetened almond vanilla milk. I didn't see any soy milk there. You know, it's got some funky ingredients, so it's not as clean as some other brands that we get.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of the lecithin and stuff. It's pretty standard for what you find in the store with almond milk. I've heard of people saying they can find just an almonds and water version, but I don't ever see it on the store shelves. I would not make this a high.
Super clean either.
You got a chocolate version? She still is a schoolgirl at heart. You can't fault her for it. What's in this one?
I am. I'm like a little kid. I sneak naughty things in the cart.
This isn't really any worse than the regular one, so you didn't do too bad. So I was feeling a little bit down about Aldi because there really isn't a lot of
clean stuff?
Yeah, there's nothing really impressive that I would go to Aldi for. There was one redeeming thing that I enjoyed finding, the potatoes O'Brien. Normally at any other store, this has dextrose, maybe salt and oil too. But this version is just potatoes, onions, green and red bell peppers. So I have never seen a cubed hash brown mix. We also got the regular hash brown, which is pretty easy to find clean. This is just potatoes. Oh, this one has the dextrose in it.
Oh my God, you got foiled.
Ah, I didn't even think to look. Let's throw a little bit of this on the griddle. We'll have some of this morning salsa, like I was saying. A little Topo Chico and see where it takes us.
Okay.
Do you like this electric griddle?
I love this griddle. I was the one that told you to buy the griddle.
Are you sure? Yeah, well, we've never really been able to buy the potatoes like this, so I'm kind of curious too.
I bet they'd be good in an air fryer basket too.
All right, Reeves, what you doing?
I am testing a flip.
Yeah, these may be better on a stove or something. I don't know. Like they are a cooked potato.
So they just need to be heated up.
Pretty much. They're gonna get a little bit mushed, but they're warm, which is good enough for a chip. Oh yeah. And then spoon on some of that red salsa. Here's how you do it right there.
What do you call that meal?
I call it starchy.
If you're gonna eat it like that, then I guess I'll make a potato chip too.
Yeah, heck yeah, get in there.
Look at that. It's like the new avocado toast.
There you go. Healthier, cheaper, and Aldi style.
The potatoes are great. I would never know that they were frozen.
That was a really nice breakfast. I think we should continue it as soon as we turn the camera off. I see that you found us a little treat, Reebs.
This was right at the register when I was checking out, and I grabbed it along with some pistachios and just threw them on the belt because I'm an impulse person. I thought that was so cool. Instead of having beef jerky by the register, we were just talking about this on our H-Mart haul where I was like, I wish there was healthy things to grab by the register. Well,
we
there
did say
was.
that. This is single ingredient. This one's pineapple and that one's mango. Let's open these up and have a taste.
Okay, but if we're gonna have dessert, you know what it needs to go along with it.
Mmm. You just ate 1/2 of a whole pineapple.
There's
wow.
There's a half of a pineapple in this?
You just ate 1 whole mango. This is 1 whole mango?
Okay, so it must be dried.
Did you taste this yet?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Ugh, it tastes like children's water. Reminds me of grade school.
$1.19.
Dang, that's pricey.
That is pricey.
Pretty good. The other part that really I did not like was the checkout process. I was so relieved to see that they had no self-checkout. I hate self-checkout in a grocery store. When most of your cart is fresh produce and you gotta do lookup on every single thing or make flashcards and learn all the clues for every vegetable, then self-checkout sucks. But they do this thing where they pack it from the belt straight into the cart and you can't even mess with bags.
So what he's talking about is they have an extra cart and they'll just load your stuff straight to the cart. You trade carts and they have a different like shelf where you go over and then you can pack your own bags. And I love that because when you're at the register with your bag and you're like racing against the clock to pack it, it's stressful. This way you can go over to the side and pack your bags for as long as you want.
I welcome the stress of packing my bags urgently because what I would otherwise be doing is just standing there watching, and then you gotta like make small talk or something. Now I gotta go over here and redo the whole thing. It takes twice as long. I just wish I could bring my own bags and pack them up. Like at Winco, I really love Winco's system because they have 2 belts after the main belt.
But what I don't like about Winco is I want the belt to be moving constantly. There's like this button and you have to like hip check it. You're awkwardly like hip check, no, now I gotta reach, oops, hip check. It's like, just turn it on.
We're getting in the weeds here. If you have any requests, we will do a road trip if necessary.
Yeah, we will.
But we are gonna do Food City, which is our Latin sort of grocery store, which has a lot of great stuff.
Thanks for watching this haul, y'all.
And thanks for doing this Aldi.
Look here if you wanna see more of our food hauls.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.